In April 2015, the nation of Liberland popped into existence. There was no violent overthrow or political negotiations. One man and his associates simply hoisted a flag and proclaimed that a small patch of no man's land between Serbia and Croatia was now the micronation of Liberland. With an eager population, plans for a constitution, financial system, and a slogan, the nation seems well on its way to legitimacy. But can you really just show up and invent a brand new nation? Technically, yes. So, how exactly do you do it? The qualifications for what constitutes a nation were clearly spelled out in the 1933 Montevideo Convention. This agreement defined a state as having sovereignty regardless of whether or not other countries acknowledged it. This is called declarative theory, and it's different from constitutive theory, which says that other countries have to acknowledge your legitimacy. Now, technically, without international acceptance, your nation is pretty much only relevant within your borders, but if that's good enough for you, then let's find out what you need to do next. First off, you must have a permanent population. Now, so far, no state has been denied for having too small of a population, so as long as you're willing to live permanently in your new nation, go ahead and strike that off your list. Next up, you must have a defined territory. This is where most new nations fall flat. With very few exceptions, nearly all the visible land in the world is already claimed. Now, provided you've found or built some clearly defined area, the next thing you need is a government. All a government really is a source of administrative power that makes policy decisions about a country's goals, security, justice system, infrastructure, and economy. So to figure out what kind of political system you like, democratic, despotic, anarchist, that's up to you. And draft a quick constitution laying out your micronation vision, and that should do it. Finally, you must have the capacity to enter into relations with other states. So send an email, fax, letter, homing pigeon to your nearest neighbor saying hi, and you should be good to go on that front as well. Starting your own nation is actually pretty easy, provided that you've got the undisputed land on which to do it.
What decides if a country is a country is essentially whether or not other countries agree that the country is indeed a country. For this reason, counts the number of countries in the world range from 189 to 196. Each country decides which other countries they recognize. If 100 UN member states suddenly recognize your basement as its own country, then it generally would be accepted that your basement is its own country. The chances of a new, well-recognized nation outside of Africa or the Balkans is unlikely. The governments are too well established or stable outside of these areas. The final step to gain undisputed recognition is to be admitted to the United Nations. Any application is reviewed by the Security Council, composed of China, France, the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the United States of America, and a rotating group of 10 others. If 10 of the 15 vote in favor of your country, congratulations, you've just joined the United Nations. By most metrics, you're now a country.